Welcome back to Century 22 Luxury, glad to have you back. Remember to like and subscribe before we continue. How to get rich quickly. The Squid Game method. The Squid Game is just a representation of millions and millions of poor people's fate in a world where rules were made up by the rich, unable to have control over their life, and made into fools for the rich to laugh at and enjoy. Remember when Jihan was dyeing his hair? The TV beside him is broadcasting a piece of news about the rate of the number of Korean families going into debt, which has increased to second in the world. Debts, interests, credits, are just rules made up by humans. Capitalists made use of loans as baits for the poor, and made use of the fact that money can be used to make more money as a way to trap the poor. You can say that is it because of this endless cycle that caused the depression of Jihan, and led to him taking risks. Now, there's a problem. Isn't this the choice made by the poor? They can choose to reject the loan or reject the purchase. Just like what the old man said, "Aren't you the one who chose to enter the game?" Such words overemphasize the poor's choice, so much so that it covered up the fact that they are forced to make that choice due to the harsh reality that they have to face. Song Jihan is because he wants to save his mom, Cho Sang-woo is because he needs to return his debt, and Ali needs to take care of his wife. Everyone is forced to join the game, as they had no other choices. Resources are limited, and there will be times of emergencies. This is how the poor are forced to become fools, and the real reason why Jihan was so angry. Now, is it possible for the poor to have a breakthrough? Of course. You might not realize it, but the 6 rounds in the Squid Game are just like a test and elimination phase of how someone from the lowest of the social status climbs into the higher rankings in society. Round 1. Red light, green light. This tests their ability to move forward. As long as people move forward, they can succeed sooner or later. However, many people cannot, or are unwilling to take their first step out. When they face problems or failure, they give up and procrastinate. Hence, they will get eliminated. Round 2. Honeycomb. With a needle, the gamers cut stamped shapes out of honeycomb candy. If it breaks, they will be eliminated. This tests their ability to remain cautious. When one is unable to remain cautious and detect danger, no matter in which industry, they will always be the first to be eliminated. Round 3. Tug of War. This tests their ability to work together. When someone enters society, or their workplace, socializing and integrating into teams is inevitable. The best example will be your workplace. If you are unable to integrate into groups, and work together with your colleagues, you will bound to be eliminated. Round 4. Marbles. This game, in my opinion, tests people on their ability to give up. The scene made for this game was a normal street in a sunset, just like a child running back home for dinner with the family. Both Jihan and the old man mentioned that they lived in a similar place like that. To a certain extent, it represents their inner ties with their family. Now, let's look at the game itself, which is to eliminate the person close to them. To be the best of the best, you must give up on many things, maybe even something most valuable to you. Some people in this game gave up on friendship, some gave up love, and some gave up kindness. All in all, this is the cruelest part of the entire game, and also your life, as it is something like a devil's agreement. Only when you give up on the things you feel nostalgic for, then you can have a higher chance to move on. Round 5. Glass bridge. This is something different, but simple, as it tests a person's luck. Who goes first will have a lower chance of surviving than the last person. It is just like how a poor needs to have luck in order to have the opportunity to break through their social rankings. You will have to remember that you can do the planning, but your luck decides the number of opportunities you have to succeed. All you need to do is to get prepared for it. Lastly, round 6. Squid Game. This tests your fighting spirit. In this show, both Jihan and Sang-woo have the ability to kill each other, but the main character is just more imposing, as Sang-woo killed many people, and Jihan is trying to do justice for the dead. Hence, Jihan is able to win even when heavily injured. And for Sang-woo, because of the last bit of justice in him, he hesitated and lost. A person's fighting spirit or beliefs decides how much he or she could walk through in life, how many times he or she could face difficulty and failure, how many times he or she could endure the pain, and how long he or she could fight against their fate. Getting through these 6 games, Jihan finally became the best of the best. However, something good we could learn from him is the fact that after going through so much, he did not become the villain like the winner of the 2015 Squid Game. He did not forget about his origin, and in the end, he decides to resist the Squid Game, to put an end to the unfairness he saw. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. Watch this video here, as we tell you what Squid Game is trying to warn you. And we will see you back in the next video.